Hello guys, welcome back to another amazing video. We are going to be looking at data types in today's video. Let me just bring out my meta trader. So yes guys, there's just some shortcuts we're going to learn today. So you can either click your IDE to this IDE here to bring out the IDE itself, or you can press F4. You see F4, then we are here. You can also press, instead of clicking here, you can press F4 again for it to take us back to our MetaTrader. Then yeah, I haven't really written any code, so yes, let us get to it. So we have looked at variables. We said that a variable, I'm going to comment that out, a variable is a container for data type basically. The data types we're going to look at in this video include, we're going to look at strings, doubles, we're also going to look at integers. We will look at the float. We are also going to look at Booleans. I think that's all. So we're going to look at strings, doubles, integers, and floats. Yes. So yeah, let me do this so we can start with the first one. So data types. I'm sure in the previous video you saw I think I used a string in the previous video. I think I used a string, yeah. But on the MQL5 PDF, you can see that there's many different types of data types, but in this case, in today's video, we're only going to look at a few, and then in other videos, we're going to look at others. So yes, let us have a look at let us first have a look at the string data type. So you always have to declare your data type first, string, and then a string is basically a text. It is basically text. So it is basically text. So let me just do like this. You can say string, and then let me just comment this out so that it doesn't yes, so a string, let me just do this. It is a data type, and its data type is text, basically. So it is a text. So let us now, so since we know we always have to name, put the data type, then you name your variable. You give the variable, which is we can say the data type's unique name. So let me just put here the variable. Yes, it's here. Or data type unique name. You see. So we have our data type string. So now let me give it a name. I'm going to give it name. Yes. Name equals to. So since it is a string, we have to use quotation marks, and then I'm gonna say my name is Sydney, or name Sydney. Let us not forget our semicolon. Then let me also name another string. Surname equals to another quotation mark, double quotation mark, and then my surname is Chukwu. Yes. And then we can print this out. So let us use an alert to make it display on our empty file. We can print name, and we can also print surname. Guys, please don't mind the noise on the background. It's a Sunday and people are just making so much noise. Yeah, but yes, name and surname, we can print this out. F7 to just make sure that there is no errors on our code. You can see there's no errors. And I'll press F4 to get back to the chart. And there you have it, Sydney and Chukwu. There they are. I think I will just close MT5 so that we have something new here, so we can get something new instead of the previous things I was working on before. So yes, while we just wait for this to load, so we just used an alert to print out my name and my surname. So okay, it has, there we go. See, name and surname. So now let us find another way. So there is another way. Instead of writing string name, string surname, we can just declare our variables at the top once. You see, and we do it like this: string. Let's just remove this out. Also this, and then we can put our variable names, name and surname. Mind you, you can see that name is spelled the same, surname is spelled the same. And if I compile this, F7, there's no errors. Now watch if the S is small and the N is small as well, small letter. Compiled, 4 errors, 2 warnings. Why? Because this, we didn't give it a data type. And here we declared our data, our variables name and surname, but the caps are different. So we declared these, but we didn't use them. And these ones, they don't have data types, so they will not work. So basically, let me just get back to this and compile it again. F7, there you have it. And then instead of having to write string this, string that, we can just declare it once, since we know our name and our surname is the data type string. Now there's also a different way to print this out. We can make it look a bit nice, man. Name, surname, it looks a bit let me just put space there. Just add space on top. Okay, let's first do this. So let's make it look nice. Let me remove this. Actually, let me remove this one. We're gonna print out an empty line. So we can say my name is, and just do this, string. So we're gonna put the string in there. My name is, then I'll put name. You see, and I'll put, and my surname is surname. So what I've just done is this. When this thing, once, let me just compile, there's no mistakes, yes. So once this program is initiated, it is going to first type my name is, then where I put name is where Sydney is going to appear, comma, another string, and you can see there I left a space so that Sydney and won't be together. At least there should be a space, you know, next to both words, yes. So, and then here, and my surname is, where surname is where my surname, which is Chukwu, is going to appear. So let us compile again and then go to our chart and test that out. So you see, my name is Sydney and my surname is Chukwu. So yes, that is it for this one. Let us see if there's another way we can concatenate this. So we're basically concatenating. I'm not sure if it's the right term, but yes, we can also write this differently. We can use the plus sign. The plus sign. So it's like we're adding, basically. So let me see if it's gonna make it look nice. Instead, it just change these ones. But yeah, I like spaces so it can look nice and neat. So there we go. Let me compile this. Okay, there is no errors, and let us go to our chart, and it's still the same thing. Yes, so as you can see, I just did the same thing but in two different ways. First I used the commas, then I used what? Then I used the plus addition signs. So yes, this is the data type string. Now let us look at the next data type. So the next data type, let me just comment these out. Comment these out. I'm trying to use the shortcut, guys. The shortcut, how is it? Let me just use it, do the normal way. I think it's here by advanced comment lines. So yes, it's control, and I was pressing the wrong things the whole time. So yeah, just gonna comment these out. Now we are going to look at, let me just copy and paste. We're going to look at the data type, not string, but we're going to look at the data type. Perhaps let us use, let us go for float and double. So that is our next data type, and this type of data type is, we can say numbers with commas. Yeah, numbers with commas. And then let us get to it. So with the float or a double, let us say, okay, so we know that a whole number starts from 0 going upwards to 1, 2, 3, 4. Now doubles is like saying negative, from negative to positive with commas, basically. So we can say this right here, 1, comma, yeah, this is basically a double or a float. Or we can say 1.45 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4.5, anything that has a comma, basically. Numbers that have commas, we can call this a double or a float. Now let us first of all go back to our chart. As you can see here, the current market price for the sellers is at 13,136,202. This here is a double or a float. So this is basically the data type double or float. Now let us go back there and try and print exactly that price, that's the selling price. Yes. So how we get, first let us just initiate this. Say float. Let us first look at float. We're going to say selling price. Or let us say ask price, because here it's ask and bid, and we know that asking is the selling price, and asking is the buying price, and bid is the selling price. So we should be getting bid, man. These things can be confusing. Bid price, let's just say bid. And we can also get the ask price. Yes, ask. See how I just did the same thing we did here earlier on top in our bid and ask. We can also do the same for a float, bid and ask. Let us just see the difference between these two. So instead of this one being a float, let us name it double, data type double. Yes. Now we are going to, I can't make them the same names, because let's say F bid, which is for float, F ask, and this is D, which is for double, and D ask. Yes. So let us now, since we've named our variables, we've given our variables, and we know the data types, let us get the bid price for our float equals to symbol info symbol info string, symbol info, I think, is it symbol info? Okay, let's try symbol info yeah, double. Okay, we're gonna type symbol, and then we're going to get the bid. Yes. So let's try this for and see if it's going to work. I'm going to copy this and paste so I don't have to do the whole thing over and over again, but this is going to be for ask. Then this, instead of bid, we're gonna say ask. So basically, when we attach this to the chart, whatever symbol it is going to be what's here, and then we're going to look at that symbol's ask price and that symbol's bid price. So yes, let us compile this first and see if there's a problem. So we have 4 errors. Alert. Just copy these and paste. Alert. And then I'll remove the commenting, and then instead of these here, I'll have the ask price is ask. Let's just look at the one for, let's first say double the ask, and then we can say the selling or bid price is, we'll say the bid. Yes. So let's first get the one for the double, and then also this one for double. F7. There's still 4 warnings, so let us just run this and see if we're going to get something out of it. Let me go to my MetaTrader. Oh, so it gave us our ask and our bid. Now let us just see if it's truly. So this right here is our ask, which is buying, and this is our bid, which is selling. So the buying should be the blue one, 136.321. So we just accessed our ask price, and let us see if the bid price is correct. 136.202. Yes, which is correct. So you see, it's a double. Yes, it is a double. Now let us go back there and see what happens if we make this F and this F. Let us see the difference. Compile. We have 6 warnings this time, and then let us copy and paste. So you see how our float is given to us here. So I can just suggest that we use our double for these, but as you can see, now let us just forget about the buy and ask, and let us do this. We can do some math equations using these things here. So I'm going to use num1, num2, then for this one, d num1 and d num2. So let us look at some math equations here, and then we're going to say answer. This one is going to be what? D answer. Dang. Answer. Yes. Then we're going to say answer. We're looking at the float first, right? Is equals to num. Actually, we don't have a use for num1. Let's just not use num1 and num2. Let's also not use. Let's just put these things ourselves here. So answer, which is for the float, we're going to say 1.5 times, I'm going to use an asterisk for times 2. Let us see what it gives us. Yes. And then we're going to say the answer. Now this is for the double. We're going to say 2 times 4. Let us also see what that gives us. I'm going to copy and paste this a couple of times so that we can get both printed out and just analyze the values we got. So yeah, I'm going to print out the first one for the float and then the one for the double. No man, it's the answer. Yes. Compile, and then let us go to our MT5. So the first one gave us the answer 3 and the second one gave us the answer 8.0. Now let us go back to our chart. 1,5 times 2 is 3, but why isn't it giving us let's just say 3,0. Now let's try this out. 2.0. Compile F4. Still giving us 3. Interesting. And then as you can see, the one for double 8.0, it is always, let us do this instead. Let us go back to our chart. So you see here we used an integer and we used an integer. Instead of giving us an 8 straight, it gave us 8.0. So the double will always have a comma something to it. In this case, we use a dot, or what is it called? You can say a full stop, yes. So that is basically just our double or float. Let us look at an integer. Let us actually look at Booleans first. No, let me not do this. Let me just do this. Comment it out. And then go to the next line. I don't know if you guys can see them, just make this a bit bigger. So we're going to look at, let me copy and paste this, the data type Boolean. So what type of data is this used for? We can say true or false. This is basically true or false. So you can say Boolean or bool, say bool, ask and bid. Just gonna make an example here, a weird example, but let me just say my ask is ask equals to true and bid equals to false. Let us just print out both answers. Copy, paste. So we're gonna print out bid, ask first. I made a mistake here, guys. Can you see? I made this is a dangerous mistake. It wasn't gonna work. I fixed it. You see. So yeah, bid, and then yeah, this is correct. F7, F4 just to bring up our chart, and then as you can see, true, false, true, false. So let us go back there and see if it is actually giving us the right thing. So here we got true as the first one and false as the second one. As you can see, ask is true and bid is false. These here we usually use booleans, an if statement. An if statement usually takes in a boolean, either true or false value. But we're going to look at if statements, for loops, and all those things in other videos to come. So now we're going to look at the last data type for this video, which is what I call integers, or an integer. So copy, paste, and then we're going to look at the integer, yes. Integer data type, we can say data type whole numbers, that is our integer. For example, we can say int, and data type it's denoted as int. We can say num1 comma num2 comma answer, basically. Then we're going to do some math equations again. So we're going to say num1 equals to 100, num2 equals to, say num2 is equals to favorite number, which is 7, and then answer equals to num1 times num2. And then we can use our alert to just print this out. Let me copy and paste, and make things easier for myself. Answer, yes. Compile, there's no errors. So as you can see, guys, it's a basic simple math sum. So it's gonna be num1 times num2, which is basically 100 times 7. How much is it? Let me not lie to myself. If I expose and say nonsense, let's just do this. As you can see, the answer is 700, which is true. 7 times 100, 100 times 7 is 700. I'm sure you guys are wondering, did we necessarily have to do this? No, we didn't really have to do it. We could have just typed in 7 times 100. Compile, and we get there. Still 700, you see. But I just wanted to show you guys that we can do it this way. We can remove our num, we can even remove num1, num2, and instead of having this in here, we could just have it out there. Copy and paste, and then we print out answer, and then compile. There's no errors. F4 to get back to our chart, and there you have it, still 700. So yes, guys, I can say that's it for this video. We have pretty much looked at how many data types? I think we looked at integers 1, booleans 2, we looked at float and double, which is 4, and then we looked at text, which is string. So we looked at 5 data types in this video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So guys, in the next video I'll probably look at other different types of data types. We still have the date, time, and yeah, I will catch y'all guys in the next video. Thank you.